The color hardener is broadcast by hand in an even fashion. In general, color application calls for 60 pounds per 100 square feet. Make sure the color is broadcast evenly. After the coloring has been completed, it is worked into the surface. This is done by using a wooden bull float or a mag float, depending on the time of year and the amount of bleed water one experiences during the pour. In some parts of the country, wood floats are generally used, depending on the climate. After the first color has been worked in, a second broadcasting is recommended. This will help eliminate uncolored areas and give depth to the surface. The second coat is floated in the same fashion as the first. When the concrete reaches its plastic state, smooth out the concrete using a Fresno or a funny trowel. Place control joints as needed. After joints and laydown are completed, release agent is applied by using a dashing brush. Make sure the release agent is applied in a light, even coat. Too heavy a coat of release agent will reduce the detail. Texture shoes are worn to help distribute your weight evenly on the mat. Some texturing can also be accomplished with the texture shoes. The texture shoes are simply strapped to the finisher's boots with Velcro straps. Placement of the mats is accomplished by laying down the first mat and allowing the second mat to overlap the first. The following mats are placed in the same fashion, one slightly overlapping the other. When all of the mats are placed, simply walk the tools using the textured shoes to imprint the concrete. After the concrete has been impressed, lift the second mat's edge and remove the first tool, laying down the edges of the second mat. Simply repeat this process throughout the project. As the concrete hardens, it may be necessary to use a flat pounder to imprint the mats. The texture shoes can also be used to touch up areas as needed. To color the face of steps and/or vertical surfaces, mix a slurry of concrete hardeners and apply to the surface when the concrete is still green. Different colors may be applied to a monolithic slab by applying a slurry of color hardener to the surface. This is usually done to give a contrasting color to bands and borders. To imprint a cantilever facing, butter the face with a slurry of color hardener. Then apply release agent. Using a small texture mat, imprint the pattern, making sure to rotate the tool so the pattern is not repeated. After the concrete has set, sweep or wash off the excess release. In some areas, this can be done the same day. Control joints can be cut in with a groover or saw cut at a later time. The use of saw cuts for control joints or decorative joints can enhance the work. Using a pressure washer to remove release is the most common way to remove excess release agent. Make sure that the patterned area is thoroughly clean with only the desired release remaining. A leaf blower can be helpful in drying up surface moisture. Sealing the material is accomplished by a handheld sprayer or airless sprayer. A shield may be used to prevent the sealer from spraying on unwanted areas. Sierra seamless texture skins are the latest innovation in concrete texturing tools. These skins are a quick and easy way to provide an even, subtle, non-repeating stone texture to the surface of concrete.